Hi everybody, Cindy Ellers here from Cindy Stamping Studio, located in the central part of Wisconsin. Today's date is Monday, June 2nd, 2025. I have a great card to share with you tonight. I think you're going to love it. It's a fancy fold, just enough fancy to make it fun. So we'll call it a fancy fun fold. It actually does have a name. It's called Vertical Stretch Fun Fold. So we'll be looking at that pretty soon. I gotta get myself set up on my Kindle and my laptop, and we'll wait for some people to join us. I see got 2 people already, 3 people. Sally Becker is one of them. I believe that's Jeannie Mullen is another. Make sure you say hi. You want to get in on the door prize drawings of my embellishment cards. Let's see. And I will be set up in just a second. Today is it's a warm one out there today for us. And we're supposed to get rain tomorrow. So that's why it's a little bit humid. Not bad humid, but a little bit. Here I am. Yes, and we got Sally Becker, Denise Weiger, and Jeannie Mullen. And Jeannie has already liked and shared. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Okay, let's see. Come on. Whoopsie. Oh, it just doesn't want to. There we go. Nope. Maybe come out and go back in. And we got Bev Boone. She just came in from watering her garden. We watered last night. I even questioned Jim that, do you think maybe we should water again tonight? For the simple fact, it is very windy. And I'm just thinking all the watering I did last night, it's just zapped out my plants. But I think the garden will be okay because we did water that too. And we got rain coming, so that's a good thing. Like I said, if you haven't said hi, make sure you do. And that will get you in on my door prize drawing. There we go. I just was too, there we are. Carol Martin, she liked and shared. Yay, Carol. Thank you. We don't have a lot going on in the stamping world, but what we do have going on was today was the start of the Stamping Up pretty big sale. Buy one, get one, 50% off. And that is for any sweet or sweet products. What that tells me is you don't have to buy the whole suite. So say you just like the paper of one suite and maybe the embellishments of another, you can just buy parts of it, the suite products, in the annual catalogs. And this goes to the end of the month, and it's while supplies last. But we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Last week, as you know, I went fishing. And it was nice out until we got there, and then it started to rain. It's like really, seriously. And then we got wet, and then it dried off, and poor Easton and I did not catch a single fish. We had a lot of strikes, but we couldn't get them into the boat. Jim did catch 4 really nice bluegills, and then when we got home, I was chilled, and of course it came down with just a terrific head cold. So I'm slowly on the mend, but all the stuff I just didn't have the heart to do last week, I'm looking at that this week to do, so hopefully. And there's Linda, and Linda Haj, and Linda Yakmastal. So, hello to you all, and thank you for joining me tonight. We have door prizes, and like I said, when you go and make a comment and share, you're entered into 2 door prizes. And while we've never had the same person win both, It could happen. So for comments, we have these very pretty pink sequins, and they're going to get sent to Tracy Krantz from Pennsylvania. So Tracy, these are coming to you. I haven't seen you on here yet, but I know you will. There's Kay Wire and Sandy Zunn. Nice to see you both. I have these pretty berry burst sequins for sharing, and she is watching. They're going to go to Carol Martin from New Hampshire. So congratulations, Carol. I'll be sending these out to you and these out to you, Tracy. And just to show you how sick I was, came into my stamping room today, and I looked over on my side desk, and there's Linda Yakmastal's door prize from last week. I hadn't even sent it out. I did a lot of sleeping. It wasn't fun. I just never had a head cold take me down that bad or that fast. That was just crazy. So let's talk about the buy one, get one sale that Stampin' Up! Has. And we will move to flipping the camera around. So let's find where right there. There. Now you can see Jim's truck, and you can see how hazy it is. This is all thanks to the Canadian wildfires. I'm not real crazy about that, but there's not a whole lot we can do about it. I think that's good. Let's see. I'll move this a little bit. There. How's that? I think that's good. And this is the All Sweets and Sweet Products. Buy one, get one, 50% off. You pay full price for the first one, and then you get one half price. So, thank you for understanding, Linda. And yes, Denise, I am feeling better, but boy, I never slept so much. You know, I had no energy. I even thought, is this really a head cold? You know, but I'm getting better. So there, okay. So now we're good. This is all on the Sweets and Sweet Products. You can find that starting on page 39. And there's some that I'm going to have to look over, like the pretty florals. But like if you didn't want the pretty florals, but you like this paper, which we're using tonight, these embellishments, same thing. And we got, the turtle thing. But there's a really cool embossing folder that might trip your trigger. And the beautiful gallery suite, which I really like the beautiful motifs, but I've had my eye on the gallery blooms, so we'll see. Maybe, because I like the flowers and I like the frames. And I think that's it. Oh, no, we have the Kintsugi Inspirations with real pretty embossing folder and gold flower accents. Boho Vibes, which is a rainbow. Well, that paper is neat. And that'd be it. So, something to really look at, right? Tonight's stamp set that we are featuring is called Sentimental Framing. I am also just using the little bitty flowers from Blooming Phrases, but Sentimental Framing. And Sentimental Framing is an online exclusive. And like I said, yes, Linda, I like the beautiful gallery suite also. Let's see. Vertical Stretch Fun Fold. I received last week for our technique class, I received not only written instructions, but a sample that I could put together from Debbie Vine. And so I appreciated that a lot. She knew I needed visual, and she came through. So here's our packet. We are using Cloud Cover is our base. Now, I have to write that down. Cloud Cover is our base. It doesn't use any more than just a half a sheet of cardstock. And I will, as you know, on Thursdays, I will post a replay on my Facebook Live, and I will have all the directions and cutting and scoring directions. But this is 4 1/4 by 11. We are going to, we scored it at 2 3/4, 4 1/4, 7 1/4, and 8 1/2. And so then you just do the mountain and valley folds. You want to burnish them. Whoopsie. I bet you wanted to hear that. And then this is, so you see how that goes. And then this is how the card opens. So just like that. Then you have to have 2 pieces of designer series paper that are 4 by 4 and 1 piece of white that's 2 1/4 by 4. And that's it. I know. That's it. So we will start. We're going to put this on the front page. And that goes right like that. So then we're going to, okay. And as you can see, it's a little bit bigger than our fold. And it's meant to be. So it's a little bit bigger. So there's that. Now we take our other piece. And this paper is the Florals in Bloom Designer Series paper. It goes right there. And the Florals in Bloom is in our annual catalog, which I showed you just a little bit ago. That is part of the Sweet collection. So, okay. And we put that one, like right there. I feel like I'm all thumbs tonight. There. So now, when it's closed, it's going to look like that. And as you can see, I didn't get this straight. But I make the mistakes. Oh, thank you, Denise. Yes, she did. And I have cards to share with you. I'll do that at the end. I'll put them right where yes. Yes, she made 31 more cards for me. And she was so sorry that she didn't get more done. It was like, oh my gosh. You do realize that we made 35 together, then she made another 40, and then she made another, 34. But still, that's a lot of cards. I certainly didn't expect it, and I really appreciate it. Okay, so this is our main card. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but we have in the annual catalog this hybrid embossing folder. And it comes with dies. I had had my rubber band on it to keep it. And so you can cut all the words out, or you can pick and choose like I did, and it will emboss it and also cut it out. So it saves you a step. So it's really pretty cool. And this is the You Make Me Happy. Put that right there. And it's really, these hybrid embossing folders are really, the dies, they fit right over the words, and they kind of, you know, like they set right into it. So it's really pretty cool. Okay, so I don't need these. Get rid of that. But we have that You Make Me Happy. And I'm going to use some dimensionals. Gal, I'm glad that you reminded me about the veteran cards. I am meeting with Teresa on Friday to deliver the cards to her. And she is so excited. She can't wait to see them. And she's just so happy. And I'll tell you how many we made in just a minute. She's just so happy that, you know, we came through for her. And the Badger Girl students. I'm not sure if that's right or not. And she usually shares pictures with me, which I have to take pictures of these cards in a group. And the girls just love them. Okay, so we will take our pokey tool, and I hope everybody, aside from the fact that I was sicker than sick, I still managed to have a good weekend, and the sun was shining, so I made sure that one day I said to Jim, you know, I just have to walk around outside and get some fresh air. You know, you just mope around so much that after a while, it just doesn't help. We're going to put that right on the front. You Make Me Happy, right like that. And the little flowers I told you about that were from the blooming phrases, I cut them out of the with the dies. No, I cut with the dies. No. There are Thoughtful Moment dies. It coordinates with the hybrid folder. And they're right there. And so that's where I got the flowers from. So there's some nice little cutesy things. You know, there's a rainbow, some stars, hearts, another rainbow, plants, and then flowers. So that's pretty nice. I'm going to take my, we'll watch replay from the beginning. Well, thank you, Courtney. I appreciate that. Then you won't miss anything, right? We're going to take our rhinestones. I haven't used rhinestones in a long time. Figured it was time to get them out. I'm going to put them on my flower. Yep. It was just the touch that this card needed. I always find it so amusing. I have a piece of paper on our counter to keep us focused as to what we're doing, where we're supposed to go. And when I started on Sunday night, it's funny. It's like, oh, good. This is going to be an easy week this week. We're not going to be that busy. Right. It's already full. Oh, come on. There. There. I got my rhinestones on and my flowers. Now, taking our piece of, oh, and also we're using Night of Navy and Peach Pie for ink tonight. We are using Night of Navy for our words. And put that one aside. For the white piece, I'm using Our Friendship is Full of Memories I Treasure the Most. Now this is in the Sentimental framing, and I like this word set. It's like typewriter words, fonts. Thank you for sharing. And Our Friendship I Treasure the Most. Yes, that turned out good. And then I'm happy we've shared them together. Thought that was nice. Now, just like that. Okay. Now that's gonna go right here. But before we go any farther, I also want to stamp I'm So Grateful. And I'm going to put that right there, which just tied everything together. Okay, now my little flowers from the Blooming Phrases, which I haven't used yet. That might be next week's. And my little flowers will go right there. So that takes care of that. And let's glue this down. I'm having a mishap with my glue tonight. I think it'll be okay. Okay, so this is how the card goes. It doesn't stand up. Oh, Linda has to do supper, and we'll watch the rest later. Good, because I'm going to show cards in just a second. But this is how it works. It's called a vertical stretch fun fold. So, it's really pretty. Now, cards. Okay, first we have the cards that Andy made. Like I said, she made 34 additional cards. And it's just using supplies that I gave her. And she punched out these stars herself. And I told her, I said, you don't have to go and make the same card over and over. You know, this is just of the 34. This is a small sample of them. Okay. And then, oh dear. Oh yeah. I got cards, and I hope I don't say it wrong. I got cards from Denise Weiger, and I love it because everybody thinks it's got to be masculine cards, but these are more of a feminine cards, and there's a lot of ladies in the military, and so they'd be veterans. And then I got these great cards, and I think they are from I think they're from K-Wire. Right, Kay? I think that's who they're from. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But with all the cards we got, and Andy went above and beyond. I couldn't believe it. I was so impressed. She gave me 34 cards, plus she made 35 cards with me, and then she made 40 cards on her own. Granted, I had all the card bases cut out for her, but still, this is just wonderful. Altogether, we collected 441 cards. I'm so proud and grateful for all the cards that you sent me or gave to me. Oh no, Kate, it wasn't from Kate. Well, that's from me too. Okay, Denise. I'm sorry about that. I thought it was from Kay. But anyway, all the cards you guys sent or gave to me in person, I appreciate you all. It meant a lot to me that we could collect 441 cards. It really did. I was just so happy. So, yeah, and that's my class for this week. This very fun, I'll show you the card that Debbie Vine gave me. This very fun stretch vertical fun fold. And this is the card that Debbie Vine gave me. I made it a thinking of you. And so it turned out really pretty too. It's just, I know it doesn't stand up, but it's still really pretty. It'll lay flat. And with this card, with the card I got from Debbie, you see I lined it up. So it was nice. It wasn't off. Like this one is off. I did it crooked. I'm not. So, but anyway, that's my cards for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me and tuning in. I hope everybody has a great rest of the week. And I'll see you next week. Okay? Alrighty. Thank you.